Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Hello, everybody. So good to see everybody. I don't know if anyone's here yet, but we're having a yeah, no moment trying to get aligned. So we're going to get aligned in a few minutes. One of us, I hope Diana, is going to ground us because I don't feel very grounded since the eclipse happened. I was a little okay before that, but now I'm kind of like, what about you?
Well, I think that was a decompression going on.
Mm,
That was
mm,
a big release. I mean, the
yeah.
clients that I had today that I sat with, there were tears.
Mm,
And I gave them both homework.
yeah.
One of them had to go home and do some candle magic,
Mm,
and she needed to go get some rose quartz,
mm-hmm.
and hopefully she'd find one in a heart shape just to remind her she is worthy, she does deserve.
Oh my God, Diana, that's the thing right there. Nobody thinks they're worthy to even be in their own bodies. I struggle. I'll be honest, I struggle. Hi, Teresa. And it's something well, I'm going to use the spiritual community, light workers, love workers, energy workers. It's really difficult for us, even though we're coming from our heart and we're love, it just doesn't seem like we deserve it or something.
Well, we're putting it out there. How are we getting it back? What are we telling our sitters? We tell them, you have to love yourself. And as much as we say that to others, guess who we're forgetting?
I do it though. I lay at night and I wake up in the morning and I put my hand on my heart and I'm like, I love you. I love you. We're gonna have a good day. I mean, not and my days aren't bad. I'm not saying that, but boy, I can lose my self confidence really quick.
That's when you're supposed to be saying it.
It's just goodness. Even Teresa
That,
said she's having a hard time with that.
that's the moment you snag the hook on the fish. He just bit it. You
Yeah.
bit. He bit the hook. You snag him.
Okay, so this is going to be a self love live, I can tell, because this is important. This is like one of the things we're being asked to release. All this junk about not feeling worthy, not feeling good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody over there doesn't like me or whatever. Just can go on and we get spiraled. Right?
I just said the same thing. Nobody here likes me because my dogs are mad at me. I was gone all day. The birds mad at me. I was gone all day. You know.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's
Oh, for
it's
Pete's sakes, you guys! I get to have a day to myself.
right. No. Oh
And
no.
even that, it's not to myself, right? But
Yeah. No.
whatever. You know what I mean.
Yeah, you're still the mama. You
Yeah.
weren't there. You weren't there.
Well,
And
and the other thing,
go ahead. I'm
that also means they didn't get out for a walk. And
sorry.
though they did get out for a walk yesterday, it was a very short one. So they're
Mm,
chomping at the bit, and they're not going tomorrow because I got company coming. So when has started for me. So, you know,
mhm. I mean,
yeah, that's how I
it
feel.
is, it is a
Okay, wake
beautiful
up. You
time of
got
year,
work to do.
right? I mean, it's a beautiful time of year. The veil's thin, right? We
Yeah.
can get. Oh, I think we none of us really have a hard time receiving information from the spirit realms, our higher self, the Akashic records masters, whoever it is that we're in contact with. And I feel confident on that end. I don't even know where this underlying uh,
Well,
unworthiness feeling comes.
astrologer, where do you think? Let's look at our charts. Where do we think that's coming from? Mhm. Could that be Pluto?
Now,
Could that
see,
be Saturn?
I love
That
Pluto.
Uranus thing. You know,
That Uranus thing.
Uranus is
Everybody's
not too
ret-
happy.
everybody's in retrograde. All the big guys are in retrograde. So it's
Yeah.
gonna, we haven't received all the information yet. That's gonna unfold slowly. We'll all be direct when, like the beginning first week of February. And in the meantime, this fall and winter is really about going inside and working through any of these blocks. Even if you've worked through them 100 times before,
Right.
it's coming back up. Well, let's say hi to Ruby Red Slippers. Hi,
Hey, Ruby.
She says, intention, love, that all of me is love. All of my cells are love. I love. I have only love to give. You guys are the best. Aw.
Thank you.
Lori Huntsinger, Warrior Girl. What's up?
Hey, hey.
Carolyn Booker. Well, hello, ladies.
Hey, Karen.
We're here and we're going to get through it. The thing is, I know that we've all met each other these last few years to, one, show us there was more people like us, but two, to hold each other up and love each other as we remember we're walking each other home, really.
Mm-hmm. I think it really feels like everybody's rocking the boat, right?
Mm.
But that rocking of the boat is because Saturn is in Pisces. And I think that what's been making it harder is he has been this retrograde. November 4th, there will be a relief in the fact that he's learning how to flow with the current.
Mm.
And the changes that are out there, he's learning how to reverse those because now he's going over all that territory for the third time.
I know it. Jeez.
And I'm not trying to bring up politics, but let me bring up politics for a moment. Because my head is spinning from that fella that they made Speaker of the House and what his beliefs are about homosexuality and bestiality is the same thing. And oh my gosh, what are you talking about?
And these people, I mean, it's just, I don't understand how much more we have to see of this, but apparently not enough people are getting the memo about who do you want to be in guiding you, governing you, right?
And a wake up call for us that is hard as this work is and as consistent as this has to be, we're not done.
No, not at all. We got a couple more years. I mean, the next couple of years at least are going to be really, really bloody, because it's an election year, right? Don't you think?
Well, but Pluto will be going back into Capricorn. However, he won't be in Capricorn. He'll still be in Aquarius at the election because he doesn't station to go retrograde till September. Well, and he's a slow mover.
Yeah, but I think that Pluto in Aquarius is really a blessing for humanity.
Yeah.
Especially America. But this, I don't know what's wrong with my internet, guys. I can't get it to work, so just bear with me. I think we're going to see the worst of it these next couple months, but they're never going to stop trying. Look, they got this guy up there. People, I just don't get it. I don't feel he's going to be there long. I really don't. I don't have a good feeling about him. I think he's going to be booted out pretty quick. I'm getting a yes on that, but
yeah,
I don't know how many more of these types we have to see.
Well, and Neptune stations to go direct a month later on December 4th. So that will be helpful also. Now the dream can reshape itself. Right?
Yeah. And then we have Chiron at the end of December and Jupiter on New Year's Eve. All
Oh,
going.
right. Right. And then you're in February. Isn't that right?
Uranus, I think it's January 26th or 28th, where he stations direct.
Okay. So it's earlier in the year than I was thinking. So those are the changes we've been looking for, but those are also the reasons why we keep repeating the same things
Because
in what we keep telling y'all. And it's probably like, this again? Yeah, still out there. It hasn't changed.
No.
So as we are in the season of Samhain, you know, for me the veil's never very thick anyway for me. But during this, I don't feel as if the veil has thickened at all since the end of 2018, since October of 2018.
I agree.
When those gates creaked open on that day, I just feel as if it's been a steady back and forth, you know, Day of the Dead, ancestor work, having to re-examine generational beliefs as well as habits. I mean, injuries, things that this happens to us because, like, there's I can't remember exactly what it is called, and maybe Ruby Slippers knows, but it is something that is common to the people of the Prague area. And it's a hardening. It's not a hardening of the arteries, and I cannot remember what it's called, but it causes your hand to claw up.
Well, I thought
people will say a trigger finger, but this is like, and then you can't open them. You can't open them, and then it's like getting carpal tunnel surgery. Only it's not just carpal tunnel; it's something else. But it's common to people from the Prague area. Well, all of us Polacks got a good chance of getting it. Thanks, Mom and Dad. I can thank the king for that too, I suppose, but it's figure what that is inbred in us from all those years of life in the winter and sleighs and hoes and, you know, plowing the fields with an ox. And, you know, that's the kind of stuff that we're working on now.
Lifetimes. Right.
Right. And Allie said something the other day, and I agree. I mean, it's a shame that some of the memories that we have are going to die off of the face of the earth.
Yes, I agree.
Completely, because they don't want to acknowledge that it even happened. Like Amos and Andy, Betty Boop, Inky, you know, just all that cool stuff that had some problems, but it was damn cool stuff, you know? So there's a reason why we have to figure out what's worth remembering and passing on and making sure that others are aware of it. And astrology is one of those big tools.
Yeah. So much happened over so many lifetimes, so many ages, you know, and we're at this end of this age again. There's no date for that, so it's going to probably be a little while, but still, we're at that end of the Pisces age, going into the Aquarius age, and we have Pluto's the last planet to go through Aquarius, and he's just started. He'll be there 24 years. But wow, there is, I mean, it is like a lot of the history, a lot of the deep underlying traumas and pains that we can't even label, we don't remember. They're just, we can feel something's coming out though. We can feel another release every time, like you know, like an onion. and we just keep going. But you're right. What do you want to honor and focus on? For
And
going.
this is a perfect eclipse, the last one of the year.
Hmm.
Certainly not the last full moon of the year, but the last eclipse of the year in a fixed sign of Taurus. And we're emotional about it because that's where the moon is.
Mm.
And it is showing us what no longer serves our purpose.
Yeah, it really is.
My husband's birthday on the other side.
Mm.
And he's been talking up a storm. I wish he would have talked like that when he was here.
Oh, pure visionary psychic medium says you might be able to say this word. I can't.
Yeah, we just called it doopadoo. That's what it is. My sister-in-law has it, and that's what we refer to it as. Yes, thank you. Doopadoo.
Wow.
Dupa is Polish for ass.
So this is what happens when the hands claw up. This is
Yeah.
what this is. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's amazing. And Lori, let's see what Lori says. The 8-8 Lionsgate portal brought much needed changes to her. A light of sweet connection with all my ancestors. Oh, the love that was returned has completely shifted my heart. Yes. Oh my goodness. And we can heal down our ancestral line. This would be a good night for that, just to go in and just love and forgive everybody or accept everybody, But it went on for so many thousands of years that it, and once we heal them, we heal more of us.
Right.
It's
It's stepping into the Akash, our
yeah.
own.
Yeah.
Like my great grandmother, Marguerite.
Yeah.
Exactly. Our moon tonight is magnificent. Yeah, the clouds came in, I mean, it was a beautiful afternoon and the clouds came in and now there's no moon. I'll step outside afterwards and hopefully she'll come through.
Yeah,
But
we have a beautiful one. Beautiful. Just all clear out there. I'm just seeing if anyone else wrote anything. Lori also said this. This community is truly fulfilled in so many pieces of me that I did not understand. I have peace of mind that I've never known. That's beautiful. And that's what we're doing for each other.
Right. And don't you feel like a warrior goddess now? With that last name, Hunsinger?
The hunter moon. That's what this is. The hunter moon, the blood moon.
It's hunter's moon.
Yeah, but it's serious. It's a Taurus moon, but that's Scorpio. The sun is in Scorpio, and it is dredging up the things that need to come to the surface.
And Taurus is not always Ferdinand.
No. And
never tangled with a Taurian.
Oh my goodness. And refuses to change, refuses to move. So you have these two aspects in yourself. One is looking at it going, oh my God, what's that? The other one's like, I don't see anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what we're kind of dealing with. Now, on the higher end, a high vibrational Scorpio would really uncover all of the details, all the secrets. And Taurus would be, oh yeah, I see it too. Let's get rid of that. Let's have a party.
So so this is a pass, right? This is a passing moment in time. This full moon in Taurus, opposite the sun. But we have this in our own charts, this perfect opposition that we deal with on a daily basis, all of our lives. It's our north node and our south node. And that the south node is always showing us. And in this case, it's the north node who says, no, I don't see anything. But the north node, when he is paying attention to what the south node does and says, you have that paradox, that beautiful opposition that gives you the miracle, the way forward. The North Node is the vehicle you drive to get to your higher self. So just as we are observant with the energies and guides that are sending us downloads and messages concerning others and how to use them and how we read the Akash, we sometimes argue with ourselves over that same simple thing that's in our charts on a daily basis, reminding us all the time.
Yeah, that's something that is a constant, has been constant since our first moment of breath and will continue until the last. That North Node and South Node are very powerful. And right now they're trying to help us. You know, we have the Libra South Node. So here's where that release is coming in of the old things that don't resonate or don't seem important anymore. I don't know. Or we're just painful and it's time to go, you know? And then Aries is in the North Node going, let's go, I am, and just barrels through, right? But can never get away from each other. So they're always hanging, balancing each other on some level, or extremely opposing each other. It just depends on the chart. But wow, all this, and then you know, we have Mars and Mercury in Scorpio, and that is.
And Mars is home. That's his first home.
Mm-hmm.
Now he moved to Florida because he's in Aries, but and stays in Aries. But he, you know, he's the co-ruler now because he has Pluto as a companion there. His baby brother, the troublemaker.
Yeah. Mars has Pluto and, Scorpio has Mars and Pluto as a ruler. Right. So that's kind of, you know, that's kind of why he gets the reputation he gets, you know. But so what does Pluto want? Integrity, authenticity, truth, honesty, being ethical.
Or punishment is coming.
And it does. You can see people who aren't doing their Pluto real easy. So what's the higher vibration of Mars?
Mars is take action on what you're being shown by Pluto to change.
Right.
And Mars, and if we go back to the 14th when we had that solar eclipse, what we were showing when it's the sun, when it's a solar eclipse, that's about actions you take.
Right.
And Mars was just moving into Scorpio at that time.
Did he move yet? Oh, yeah.
Right?
I can't see anything. I don't know. Yeah, it was 1 degree Scorpio. And
on October 12th.
Yeah, on October 14th. Yeah, 1 degree.
Yeah. So he showed you then what to take action on. Right? And now he's deeper into the sign. He's really showing you what to take action on. And he's pointing to Taurus. And what is that? Taurus is about speak your truth, live in your truth. Right? 2, swallow it if you can't. Say it right now. Find a better way to say it. Right? Think about the body part that Taurus controls. The throat. Standing in your truth. Because it has to come out this way. No matter how much Gemini wants to talk, if Taurus doesn't want to move his jaw, he ain't going to say nothing.
So, yeah, we can tell when people do that, when they just lock up, you know, they don't want to share, they don't want to. But so Taurus, ruler of that jaw, ruler of speaking your truth. Okay, well, this is good tonight. It would be good to do some throat chakra stuff tonight too then, huh?
Yep. And I don't know if you, like, what I would do is wait till the event is over when we have an eclipse on a full moon, wait till the event is over, and then put my crystals out to be charged.
Okay, thank you for
You know, and another thing, it's springtime in Australia and down underneath. So they're not celebrating Samhain because that's the harvest. They're just planting seeds. They're celebrating Mabon.
Okay, sorry about that. I was
Well,
like,
no, because
what am I doing?
actually, I already knew that, but you actually made me stop and think. Ooh, yeah, that would be weird. And then I went, well, wait a minute. No, it's spring. It's a different quarter of the year for them.
Yeah. Okay. So then, okay. So what about Christmas? Do they celebrate?
But Christmas and Yule, you know, that's a different thing because Christmas, the Catholicism, Christian holiday, it's about the birth of Christ. It's not about the Yule log and the birth of the oak king or the holly king. You know,
I was having issues.
It's a pagan celebration. So Christmas has its own Catholicism, which is about Catholic means universal.
Catholic does? That's what it means?
Basically,
really?
There's a better meaning to it. Is Ruby Slippers with us? She's also was raised Catholic, so she may remember it better than me.
So we got Lori saying this full moon is bringing her into the need to embrace all that her family has been. I just needed to embrace all my strengths and all my weaknesses. That's true. It's a lot of ancestral clearing. Let's see what we got here with Warrior Girl. I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong thing. Oh, they're talking about hair color. I really need a haircut.
Oh.
I need a makeover. I need something.
Well, Venus isn't retrograde, so anything you want to do, girls.
Go for it. Go for it. Yeah, because it's but isn't that better to do your haircut and things like that under a new moon?
Yeah, whatever. What are you feeling like? Are you feeling like Stevie Nicks? Or are you?
Depends how crazy you want to go. Yeah. So this
doing the same thing. If it's just maintenance, then you know, that's a different story. If you want to make a complete change, then a new moon is always a good time to do that.
Yeah. I was thinking of shaving my head, but then I had to talk myself. See, these are the things that were coming up for me this week.
No, I'm not into doing that. I'm like stretching it. Come on, man. You know, I was purple for a couple of years. So in being purple, when I stopped, I mean, there was one day where it just broke off so badly. I cried. But I still had to color it a couple more times because enough of the gray hadn't grown out for me to be satisfied and live with it. And so and it was because, you know, when you get your hair done, they use a brush and they stretch it and all that other stuff. So all of that came into play. And it's a double process in order to get the color to stay along, blah, blah, blah. I miss the purple. I would love to have purple hair again. But I don't want to go through that, and I don't want to damage my hair anymore because now I got virgin hair. There's a part of me that's a virgin, and it's my hair.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. Something. I got to do my room. I got a lot to do. Well, this eclipse, okay, while we're still have the 4 big boys still in retrograde, it's just going to take a while for everything to unfold. It's not a time to rush through this. This is really deep work with Scorpio and Taurus. Very deep work. You know, this is, and even though it's the moon and it's going fast, these can last up to 6 months or more. Right.
And the moon is just going to go over Jupiter, you know, a bit.
Yeah.
tomorrow morning, probably, because Jupiter's at 11 degrees. And then
Might have
before it's
already
done
hit.
with Taurus, it's going to hit Uranus.
Yeah. And
And
that.
don't forget, Sedna is at 0 degrees. So when of Gemini. And so as we leave this and get into Sedna territory in Gemini, which is that critical 0 degrees, the moon is going to show us again. Now we're going to think about what it is we can let go of, because what is Sedna? She's about sacrifice and adaptation.
Yeah.
Adapt and adopt.
Sorry, go ahead. Adapt and
adopt
Mm.
what you want to be your next truth.
I didn't even read this today. You know how I get an astrology app, and during when the moon came on, it said, "Exhale, you are worthy." So this is not just going on here. You know, everybody's got this coming up for review again. It's just been, but we've been in this, and I know Diana, you said this already. It's been we repeat the same thing all the time, but it's a slow process. It's slow. There's no hurry up and heal or hurry up and go ahead.
And it's the slower time of the year.
Mm.
It's always darkest before the dawn is the old saying, right?
Mm.
So if you think about it, in just a few days, we're feeling like we're trudging right now, because just a few days, Saturn's going to station direct.
Yes.
And 30 days later, we're going to have Neptune stationing direct, and they're both in Pisces.
Yeah.
And they're not going to make waves, because Pisces is at the other end of Neptune is at the other end of Pisces.
Yeah, Saturn's here, Neptune's here. It's like one's at 0 and one's at 25.
Right? They're contra-parallel. They can't see each other because they're on the same plane. So they might as well be conjunct.
Absolutely. And I think that's really powerful. Neptune and Pisces represent spirit to me. Like spirit in the chart, you know, and that's the way forward. With that North Node is coming up to that Neptune and Pisces, and to me it says this is how we're headed. We're heading into a more spiritually based society, and then with Saturn coming up behind it in Pisces, who is traditionally the ruler of time and rules and responsibility. Not saying that's all going away, but there's a lot of play to restructure things.
Well, just those states like mine, who are under the daylight savings time rule. Well, just to mess with that a little bit more, Saturn gets to reclaim his true time. Daylight savings time goes away.
Wow. Okay, so you're saying on the 4th. Wait, are they taking it away? No.
Well, it goes back to normal time.
Okay.
Daylight savings time doesn't last all year long.
No. Okay.
What has made it so hard for me being on daylight savings time is that they do it so early in the year. That's what's made it difficult. Especially when I was still working, you know, they used to do it on tax day, the weekend around April 15th. When they did it then, there was already a better balance to the daylight dark time of the day. It was already like a 50-50 feeling. And so when they give it back to us now, it's not that far away from the 50-50 feeling of the equinox back in September, right? I know I don't notice it as much at night as I do in the morning, because when I get up, that's when it seems to be darker. Like 8 o'clock, I can still see the sun over there because it's going on in the Saginaw Bay, And there's a lot of farm fields between me and the 30 miles to Saginaw Bay. Oh, and the earth curves too. So I still get a little bit of light that's coming in from the sun.
Mm. Yeah, it gets too dark in the morning when they change it, but
I see that. And for me personally, I love that. I'm a hermit. I wanted to be a cloistered nun because I like that. And, you know, Carolyn, that's part of my druid living in caves thing.
mm. Yeah. Well, I don't have anywhere to go, so it really doesn't bother me now.
Yeah, I'm not working.
Yeah.
I never changed my clock. My brothers yelled, "That's not the real time." Yes, it is. You're on time. I'm sorry. You're on the wrong time.
Yeah, that thing about hi Fatima, that thing about time. Ugh. So Saturn's going to be a little he's going to be restructuring time and that productive thing. I don't feel it's going to, because he's going to be in Pisces for 3 years. It's going to lighten up, and to me it's going to be spiritually based structures going into a spiritually based this new energy that's coming in. We can all feel it. You know when you get those real, and they happen more often. Those, oh wow, I got getting all these downloads and these things coming in, and
well, let's figure it this way. He's already been in Pisces for 6 months.
Mark, I know, and he's only at
So
0.
he's only got 2.5 years to go.
Yeah. Well, he's only at 0 degree. I don't know if he retrogrades again, and he may. I don't know.
Yes. Oh, he'll retrograde again. When he's in Aquarius, he's going to retrograde again and go into Pisces for a little bit, and then go back into Aquarius. And that is how it works for him and Neptune to be going into Aries at practically the same time in 2026.
And that is the time. That's what Diana and I are looking forward to, because that never happens. Two big planets going into the next sign, a different sign, together at the same time. And
it's the first sign of the zodiac.
Yes.
So, by then I'll know the stats on when was the last time this happened.
Right. Yeah.
The birth of Christ.
Yeah, we don't have that. I've never seen it, but I haven't researched it fully either. So we'll have to look that up and see, because that is the beginning of the zodiac. That's the I am, as the North Node in Aries went past those two, and like they're going in. It's like they're being escorted into this is the new world. This is the new way forward. So I think it's really cool.
I see it as a coming together between the divine masculine and the divine feminine.
Yes.
And I've said it before, and you've all probably heard me say it, but when we lost the divine feminine through the power structure of the masculine, the divine masculine was also lost.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's when the patriarchy a few ages ago took over, and here we are today. But we're remembering this isn't balanced. This isn't life affirming for anybody.
Well, stop and think about this for a minute. Some of these people that find themselves ever being such warriors, from the mega group, etc. They need to do some ancestral work.
Yes, they really need
it. From the past. They're the, conquistadors from the past. But they're Don Quixote fighting with the windmills. And they're going to have the same tragic end as Don Quixote, because in the second book, it's a sad drop into darkness for Don Quixote.
And see, that's what I see. This and the division is just, I mean, so clear now, right? Who's who, and we have a lot in the chart that, like Neptune is where he was. I'm sorry, Uranus is where he was in World War II. Pluto is where he was in the birth of our nation and the French Revolution, right? These things, and where's Neptune? Where was Neptune? I think that's the uh, is that the one 1812? I think. I think I'm not sure, but you have three big boys in there that have these vibes. So we're kind of, to me, since it's a culmination of different wars, that we're bringing that to the surface to really clear it once and for all. And maybe that's the feelings we feel when we feel like, that unworthiness. That, how many times, how many lifetimes did we live that the side we were on in a war lost? Who, God knows. This could just be triggering so many things in so many of us, because it certainly does look like it's triggering that MAGA stuff, that that ancient warrior stuff in a lot of people.
Well, and we have Mars changing signs right around Thanksgiving on November 24th. He's going into Sagittarius. So everything that he is taking action on to uncover, he is going to want to move forward. He's going to want to travel through and get rid of and battle in Sagittarius.
I love that. And not only that, Sagittarius wants to bring justice.
And Jupiter controls Sagittarius, right?
Wow. That's going to be really, okay. That's a really cool way to look at it. I haven't looked that far ahead with Mars. I keep looking at him in Scorpio going,
Right. And I forgot to mention that Jupiter goes direct on December 30th. Oh, we did.
Yeah.
He stations on the 30th. He makes his move on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, that's going to be cool. Jupiter.
It would be like, because my moon is in Sagittarius and so is my Chiron.
Is Jupiter going direct is going to make us all feel a little, we'll probably be in the mood for New Year's Eve celebrations. Like, remember the last couple of years? There was no celebration really in that energy.
Right. And Chiron is in fellow fire sign Aries, and he goes direct December 26th or somewhere there.
Yeah, right around there.
Was it Warrior Girl Who Knew?
She might. I think so.
I think she said December 26th, but I don't remember. I was driving the car, so
yeah,
I was only half listening. And what a traffic jam. All the stuff headed south is now cleared. And all the stuff coming home is just like what it was heading south.
Oh, man.
So it was either go 30 miles out of your way just to keep moving or sit in the long line. So I sat in the long line.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, so on Eclipse Day, I had to call earlier. Yeah. I had to call DMV earlier. The lady helped me. Everything was going good. I get online and it doesn't work. So I have to call back. And I'm like, okay, I should have known better than doing it on a day like today.
And of course, she didn't say, here's my direct number in case you need help again.
No, she didn't.
It is the Virginia DMV.
No,
it's the DMV anywhere. It doesn't matter Virginia or not.
Jeez. So, well, we have a lot that is going to be uncovered, right? We're going to keep going forward.
And it's 744.
Oh, cool.
My team of angels. Team 47. The team of angels are busy, busy, busy.
I love how Terry from Holding Your Space says that every morning. 30 trillion angels are here.
33 trillion angels.
I love that.
Times the power, times 9. The 999 power Now I can't remember it either, but it's something like that. It's something that Reverend Salk says all the time.
Says, oh man, I just love those meditations. I love if I can sit down and see. That's
Yeah.
another. I haven't had them like I don't sit down and meditate. I haven't because I've been so busy. But I'm trying. Like, come on now, you know what that does. You have to
Right.
get the mind right. So
Well, I had to do that when I got home because, of course, it was like, nope, I'm just going to lay here for 10 minutes and I'm going to.
that's what I. That's what I do. I'm gone. It doesn't take but a second, and I'm asleep.
Well,
I
I
try
was
to.
so out of whack that yesterday I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning and stayed up. I couldn't go back to sleep.
Right. That's these energies that
And,
build
and then,
up.
and then, of course, I'm just a night owl. So I love the dark. I love to be awake when it's dark. Where did I live? Was I an Anunnaki, a subterranean Hopi?
I like that. A subterranean Hopi.
Well,
The
I like to live in caves, I'll tell you that.
I think that's pretty cool. Okay, here's Warrior World. 2023 is the Chariot. It's the final lap of the divine masculine and then the divine feminine heralds in the golden age.
It's
And
the final countdown.
and it's true. I mean, we go into Satya Yuga next year. So even though everybody's like, oh, these next 2 years are good because of the election energies, I don't see them really trying like anything after Pluto goes into Aquarius.
Yeah, in January 2025.
Yeah, because, well, even this little stint, what is it, January to September next year?
No, September of this year, he goes retrograde and hits back into Capricorn. And
Right,
when he
right.
goes back, I
So
don't.
now that gives them 3 months next year with him in Capricorn, right?
Yeah, and he's just dipping his toe.
Mm.
He may go through the whole 29-degree stage and hit 28 and some odd minutes, but he is really just dipping his toe. It's not going to be as long a stint as what we just went through. And he will quickly go back into Aquarius and then he's done.
Yeah.
No more Capricorn.
It's interesting you brought that up because next year, before Neptune and Saturn go into Aries, he comes all the way to 29 degrees 58 and goes retrograde.
Who? Saturn? Neptune. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
That's going to be more of the distorted, those who are in their heart against those who are not, right?
Well, and Pluto and he are going to be in Aquarius together. Neptune and Pluto together in Aquarius.
When? Neptune and Pluto in Aquarius? Oh, he's going to go back no, wait a minute. What?
Wait, Pluto's going to go into Aquarius.
Right.
And before Neptune can go into Aries, he's got to go through Aquarius. He can't just skip the sign. Pluto's going to be in Aquarius for 20 years, right?
Right. And then, but Neptune's in Pisces.
Oh, duh. Hello.
I'm sorry. I was like,
oh my God.
I'm like, he moves that fast?
What am I saying?
It's tired. We're tired. It's the full moon. It's the eclipse. I'm with you.
What it is.
I'm telling you. I'm just like, wow. But that 2958, that just blew my mind when I was reading that.
Yeah.
And he stops and backs up. But that's to show this distortion out in the external, constant distortion. Well, it's probably going to be pretty bad by then. That'll be at the end of 2025 because then he goes in.
Yeah. That's going to be like, when you're going up a hill and all of a sudden you hit a skid and you're just Oh no, 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 no. And you finally catch some dry ground and you go up, you know.
It's gonna
Like
be interesting, isn't it? Next 2 years gonna be interesting.
like Pennsylvania snow.
Oh my God.
Driving the hills of Pennsylvania.
I used to drive in that stuff like it was nothing. I swear I would
Because
find
there is when you're used to it.
when you're used to it. Now I don't. You know how Virginia is? It's flat and the roads are straight. There's no hills, and I don't even want to drive. So I don't know what happened to me.
Oh, you'll get over that. That's how I was when I got here too.
Hmm.
And I know these roads. I'm not a stranger to any of these roads. I grew up here. Not in this particular area, but we got around, you
Right.
know. And
I know
to
it's
go on vacation, I had to go all around here. So
it's dark. I'm sure because it's dark out here. There's no street lights like there is closer into the city, right, or Virginia Beach. So
yeah,
Warrior
yeah.
Girl, what's this mean? Sometimes when a chariot pops out in a reading, I have a third flash of the Colosseum of Rome.
Oh,
It's brutal, but one man makes it out alive. God, I get so many of these types of flashes, and you and Diana, and Jay. My goodness. Well, shoot, all of you eat ruby red slippers. The amount of detail you get out of one vision is just, and how you remember it. I don't know. It's great. Blessing.
my cousin Penny is watching, and she gave me an owl earring. I've got another pair just like this. I'm wearing two different earrings.
They're pretty.
And she just sent me a text message and it came in and dropped down. Hi, love.
Oh, third eye. Okay. Whew. I'm like, whoo, third flash. I wouldn't remember the first, but are you noticing that though? Like big time visions coming in. Boom. Well, I know you're noticing, but wow.
And one thing, you know, like these next few days for me, once everybody gets here, my work is done, you know? And hugs to you too, Penny. I'm yelling at her like she's in the next room. And unfortunately, they're not coming this year, so don't get to eat my spaghetti sauce out of the garden. But
yummy. Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, I was too. Sitting in that car, I keep pistachios in the car, so I was snacking. Well, before I knew it, I ate about 3 days worth of snacking in the car.
Jeez, yeah, it's easy to do.
Yeah, pistachios are tasty.
So, what do you have to say about the North Node and Chiron coming closer?
Well, let me tell you this. Because my North Node is at 24 degrees of Aries. My North Node is 24 degrees and 24 minutes of Aries. And the
my goodness.
Is at 24 degrees and 54 minutes of Aries. And the nodes are going to go retrograde. Now, when they do their retrograde stint, they go forward. So the nodes are sticking at that 24 degrees for a couple more weeks. They're not going to be moving. So Chiron is going to be doing all the moving for a while. And I'm fine with this because, as you know, I have been letting go of a lot of ancestral and past generation and past life wounding, plus just a lot of crap from this life.
Right.
And it's been a slow but steadily progressive healing process. And I am learning how to say those two words. I am. And
that's beautiful.
Right. And then having my Chiron conjunct my moon in Sagittarius, a fellow fire sign, gives it that square that keeps me double checking.
Ah, jeez.
Finding talent. Right? Because that my South Node in Libra with the South Node And right now it's sitting pretty damn close to my rising sign, because my rising sign is at 18 degrees.
Well, when I was on the Crone Zone earlier, and I keep seeing this in the charts I read every day. I see that aspect, and I'm like, I just for a couple months now, I'm just like, I feel like that's a trigger point. Like the closer they get together, the warmongers will try something, but whatever it is they're going to try, I feel it's going to backfire. That's what I feel is going to happen, and it's going to unite us. So let's hope. Ho'oponopono on herself, ruby red slippers, all the time, back through time. Oh, I like that.
What'd she say? I don't have my phone with
Here,
me.
let me put it back. Let me put it up. Hold on. Here we go. Very good idea. That's really cool.
Yeah. Perfect.
Well, I've got us an oracle card. This is the oracle of the unicorns, and this is possibility. Raise your standards, elevate your expectations. You have unlimited potential, and that is the truth. This is us going forward. Look
For
at him.
sure.
He's so pretty.
Oh. And the deck I wanted to use, I forgot to bring into the room. It's still in my tote bag from today. I got the Ace of Pentacles.
Oh.
A Halloween deck. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. But that's good. They both represent this Taurus, bringing in the abundance.
Well, and the second house is certainly all about that abundance, isn't it?
Right.
And that's what Taurus.
Yep.
And grounding.
Yes. So a lot of grounding, a lot of releasing and healing, and let the Scorpio help you do that and really get in there, really get it out. And just know we have unlimited possibilities. We do. And we can create our biggest dreams, our biggest wishes. We got it. Oh, that was an excellent card with the Ace of Pentacles and possibilities. Does anyone have any questions? Anything? I think we covered this moon. What do you think? So the next one is the new moon in Scorpio. So yes, what you're going to be doing the next couple of weeks. More of this Scorpio releasing.
Right.
And that's good though, because we want to get it all out.
And that new moon, the date of that new moon.
It's the 13th, I think.
I think so. I just had that schedule in front of me, and now
I'm pretty sure it's the 13th. I'm not sure of the time, but or the degree, but I know it's the 13th. The thing is,
new moon in Scorpio is November 13th on the 23rd, 20 degrees Scorpio. So that's the day before. What did I say happens on the 24th of November? Saturn stations direct. No, he stations direct
on the 4th of November.
Yeah, something happens on the 24th of November. Mars goes into Sagittarius.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so we have that Scorpio new moon. We're going to continue to have Mars in Scorpio up until the 24th of November.
Yeah.
And we're going to have, I don't know when Mercury changes signs, but he'll be the first one out of Scorpio.
I can tell you that because I looked it up earlier, and I have my Mercury chart right here.
I was thinking of going like getting some work, like deep tissue massage, things like that really help. Like a deep tissue massage, getting some stuff out that way.
Yeah. Even if you do not go and get one, you know, they make those hammer guns that are massage guns. You can get them for $15 now, and they work just as good as the ones you pay $115 for.
Mm.
Mercury goes into Sagittarius on November 10th.
November 10th. So that's pretty much this whole time until this next new moon in Scorpio.
And
we
then
will
he
go ahead.
enter Capricorn on December 1st. So he's just not even spending a whole 30 days in
And
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius going to go, woo. Well,
He's
Sagittarius are quick.
Moon, move. And I'm really looking forward to this whole Yule season.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not, it's going to be Samhain from now till then. And even then, it'll feel like Samhain.
Yeah.
So
No. Well, it's like you said, it really, I see people always enjoying this time of year. And even if it's summer, they're talking about when's Halloween coming back, when's Halloween coming back, you know? So it does something. And we have the Day of the Dead, right? So that's going to be in a couple days after Halloween. Well,
right?
Day after, right?
Well, and it's All Souls Day, All Saints Day. All Saints Day, All Souls Day, and the Day of the Innocents, which is all the innocent children that have been slaughtered through the wars, but also the slaughter of children of the innocents after Herod. And the Day of the Dead, and my mother's birthday is November 3rd, so she's all part of that. And Matt's kicks it off today. Matt's birthday. And so, yeah, we've got a lot of changes coming our way, but they're just slow moving. So waiting for that long ago ordered item that's stuck on a barge.
Yeah, only it's us, right? So
yeah,
but we're gonna get through it, and we're gonna just, you know, anytime you get those low moments, like I was having one right before we started.
Yeah.
What did Diana say? Put your hand on your heart.
That's
so
right.
You love yourself.
So shall I ground us before we say goodbye?
Thank you.
Okay. All right. If you can, feet flat on the floor. Inhale in. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. And breathe. Please place us in a steady stream of divine white light, the white light of divine guidance and grace. Then wrap the bubble of Michael around us that protects us and shrinks to fit as we step into the healing teal green orb of Raphael that floats and shares and spreads and transfers. The divine white light, the white light of divine guidance and grace. So mote it be. And on this day, as the gates doth part, Mary, we meet in our heart. And as the veil thins and we study our art, remember, Mary, we part. Remind thee the rule of three, and do ye no harm. So mote it be.
So it is. Wow, that was beautiful, Dinah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thanks for getting me on the show.
Always, I love it. Well, we will be back on the 13th for the new moon in Scorpio. We love you all, and let's keep supporting each other. Remember, you feel bad. I love you.
I love you guys too. And I love you, Val.
I love you too. Oh, all right, guys. Be safe.
Peace.